This is the story of ex-Philadelphia kingpin Abdul A.R. West. Born on September 26, 1982 in North Philadelphia, A.R. was a rapper turned drug kingpin. He is a man who struck fear into his ops and organized killers from every end of the hood. He would eventually go on to become known as the King Kong of Philly. His rise was a story that had hip-hop hanging by every gangster tale he lived and talked about. A.R. had money before rap when his little cousin put him on. As his movement rose, he was locking down blocks and expanding his territory, becoming the king in the streets. While he was still in his teens, he was in and out the system for criminal activities. But things would soon turn to gunplay and bloodshed. He would eventually go on to start OBH, Original Block Hustlers, his rap group. This is when he started rapping, but he was still going hard in the trap. His street ties was sinking him deeper and deeper in the violence and the temptation. A.R. would be the man in charge on his block when his plug decided to retire from the streets. He would be the one that supplied the work and organized the foot soldiers. At the age of 18, he was paying his mom's bills, had his own 2-bedroom house, and had multiple whips in his driveway. He also had a savage mentality. He was robbing, stealing, killing, kidnapping, and extorting anything you can name of. Years later, he would start hanging out with rapper Cassidy, but the friendship would eventually go left because a man named Desmond Hawkins was killed, and Ab would be the one charged with the murder. He would go on to beat this murder after fighting it for 2 or 3 years when the witnesses withdrew their testimony. Once he got out of jail, he would start rebuilding his OBH team, but Ab would start back moving reckless in the streets. Sooner than later, he was shot 3 times in his legs. Then 5 months later after that, his ops would double back, catching him lacking again. He was shot 10 times this time, in the butt, in his hands, legs, and stomach. In one of his interviews, Ab would say he believed he had a bag put on his head because some dudes was shot or some bricks he robbed off somebody. He would say the day he was shot 10 times, he was high off perks, lean, and alcohol when a car pulled next to him and emptied the clip on him. He said Allah saved his life because he was able to drive himself to the hospital. In 2013, he would do 18 months in prison over a dope case. But little did he know the feds was watching his every move and listening to all his incriminating interviews. In October of 2018, him and 8 of his members was picked up on drug trafficking charges. The feds said he was a leader of a large drug ring that got drugs from LA. Plus, they linked 2 murders to his organization. He was sentenced to 45 years in prison. He's doing his time at USP Big Sandy. 2057 release date.